Welcome, everybody, to the first ever Dumb Marks podcast, PlayStation State of Play Watchalong. It's your host, Donald, here, and we have Chris with us today, too. He's going to watch along with us, too.
Just decided to tag along.
Yeah, I know you're not a big gamer and all that stuff, so it might be a little above your head, but I mean, you got the master here, to help
Exactly.
you out.
Donald run the show today. I'm just here.
Yeah, so yeah, we're here. The big PlayStation State of Play is today. This is the one that everybody been looking for through the spring and all that stuff. So hopefully they're going to announce some good games. Most likely the PlayStation VR2 is going to be announced. I saw a lot of that. There was a bunch of leaks that came out. There were like 6 different lists of stuff that came out. I think Sony did that just to throw everybody off. Man, that sounds like them and everything. So I'm going to be interested to see what's going on.
Kenny, that's Steve. You got to see him on Saturday for that. That was not
me. Yeah, so we're about 10 minutes out from the broadcast of the showcase and all that stuff. I know we don't get to talk about it too much on the show, but as you know, like I'm a big gamer and that stuff. I do the gaming news, so just give you a little history on how my gaming, passion started and everything. So I'm going to show my age real quick. I started gaming with the Atari 5200.
Ooh.
So that's very, very old school. Yeah, that's that is mid 80s if for you newbies who wanted to know and all that stuff. Went over to my cousin's house and he had that. And even though the graphics were terrible to these standards today, it was one of the most amazing things I ever saw. So I remember I begged my parents, please get me, please give me a video game system and everything. The Nintendo was out at the time, but the Nintendo cost too much for my household. So they ended up getting me the Atari 8700. That was the last Atari systems of that type and everything. So it was fun. I had a ball with it. My favorite games back then was Dr. J versus Larry Bird basketball and Food Fight.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going deep into history.
It wasn't Pong?
No, it wasn't Pong. I'm not that old.
I remember Pong.
And then after that, I eventually got the Nintendo, like everybody else. And then that started my path through all my gaming history. So I went from the Nintendo to the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, both at the same time. Oh. Then I got the PlayStation 1. I got it, I think, a year after it came out. So I was the new kid on the block with the newest system. So everybody came over to the house and was playing it and everything. Then that basically started my path with PlayStation because of all the exclusives. I'm a Resident Evil person. I'm a Metal Gear person. So they were exclusively on Sony. So that took me to the PS2. I eventually got Dreamcast whenever like Sega was on its like downfall a couple months, and I got the Dreamcast for like $80, brand new. Then from that, I went to the PS2. I did get the GameCube just because Sonic, after Sega crashed, Sonic was on GameCube for a bit. So I got that, and then I just went PS2, GameCube, PS3, PS4, PS5.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm not an Xbox person. I'm not a hater of Xbox or anything. I just never liked the original controller whenever it came out. So yeah, so that was it. It was too bulky for me.
Yeah, I played Xbox in college. I didn't have it, but friends, that I went to college with, they had it, and rather, well, I guess PlayStation 2 was probably out when the first Xbox came out.
Yes, it was.
So yeah, I definitely preferred the PlayStation over Xbox.
Then they had the exclusive games, and that's where the exclusivity of the games like really took off at. Yeah, where developers was just making games certainly for certain systems. So Chris, how about your video game history?
The first system I had was the Nintendo Entertainment System. That was the first thing that we had that I can remember. My aunt got it for us, I think, for Christmas one year for me and my sister, and Duck Hunt, Super Mario Brothers, and I've been hooked ever since. Still a Nintendo person, but I went NES. Then I think I went to. Then we got I probably want to say we got our home computer, so we would play games on our Commodore 64. That was our first computer that we had, and so tons of games Wheel of Fortune, Olympics, like Jeopardy, things like that. We used to play on there all the time. upgraded to Sega Genesis from there. See, your memory is so much better than mine. Like I might get some of these out of order, but Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64.
Yes.
Went to that. Sony PlayStation, Sega Dreamcast. And then I think really I didn't have probably then PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I don't know where the Wii came in at, because that came in somewhere around there. So I had
it was.
Had the Wii. PlayStation 4, haven't upgraded to PlayStation 5 yet. I actually did buy a Wii U, but it didn't work. It was dead out of the box. I never went and got another one. So then I just waited for the Nintendo Switch. And so right now my current systems are Nintendo Switch and PS4, and I'm forgetting like Game Boy and
all
stuff
those
like
other small ones
too.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, like, I completely forgot about the handhelds. I have I think the only one I had was the Game Boy Advance and the first DS. I have those ones.
Yeah, I had Game Boy, and then I still have my Game Boy, like the original.
Ooh.
Yeah, the screen no longer works. Like it turns on, like it still powers, but it just like there's a fix for it, but it's way too much. And one day maybe I'll sell it or fix it up. But
yeah,
I did upgrade to a Game Boy Color at some point, and so that still does work too. And then from there, I never had the Sega handheld.
The Game Gear.
Yeah, I don't know if I had too many other handhelds after that. But then I did upgrade to I did get a Nintendo 3DS maybe like 10 years ago, and I enjoyed that. That was like in between the Wii and the Switch that I was just like, okay. I was like, this isn't a bad little system. Like there were some games on there that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're about 4 minutes out from the state of play. Is there anything you're looking forward to the state of play? You know, since you're a PS4 owner, man, they're supposed to have PS4 games on here too. So
that's actually surprising, because I thought maybe we'd start seeing a lot of PS4 stuff start to die off here. You know, we always talk about the rumor sheets on our normal podcast for wrestling. You know, I don't follow the dirt sheets for the gaming world like you do, so I'm not too sure what to expect with this. I know we're not going to see anything about an AEW video game. So.
No, I don't think so. No, yes.
So yeah, that would probably be the only wish list item that I would have, but I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah, what I'm looking forward to is finally, if they have any Resident Evil DLC for Resident Evil Village. I mean, people have been clamoring for a while. Village been out for like almost a year and a half now. So I think it's time. Capcom, please. You know, I'm wearing the umbrella shirt for a reason. You know, let's go. Looking forward to that. And hopefully they show some God of War Ragnarok gameplay, some more gameplay, finally give us a release date for it. They gave out God of War free for the PlayStation Plus this month. So if they give it out the game for free, hopefully that means they got news for the sequel. Yeah. So yeah, I've been hearing leaks about September, maybe November, probably November. I'm looking forward more towards November than September.
Okay.
For the release date for that.
It would be nice, because there hasn't been any rumors of it. You know, since the PlayStation's come out, and you know, I haven't upgraded to PS5 at all yet, but it's like I usually only wait to upgrade whenever they come out with a slim version. There hasn't really been any rumors of a slim version coming out anytime soon.
I didn't hear anything about a slim. I keep hearing stuff about the Pro, you know, talking about 2023, 2024-ish maybe, but they can't even get the regular system out. So, but you think you get a Pro out with all the components and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little thing too about my gaming history. Everybody makes their top 10 lists of like their games of all time and everything. I'll just give you my top 5. My top 5 haven't changed in quite a good bit.
Okay.
Remember, it's opinionated only because I didn't play some games like I'm not even like that good at. So number 5 is Tekken 3 for the PS1.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite fighting game of all time. Number 4 is the Last of Us remake for PS4. That was one of the newer ones that busted my top 5. That's been steady for a long time. Number 3, Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation 1. That is really what got me into Metal Gear as a franchise. Number 2, Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
And number 1 is Mega Man 2 for the NES. That was the first game I ever bought for the NES. So Mega Man is probably one of my favorite series franchises of all time. So that's near and dear to my heart.
It's a classic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Spent many hours on that.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got me on the spot. I don't know if I would even have a top 5 like ready.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of my video games that I play now are just more for entertainment. So it's wrestling based, fighting based, or something like that. And
yeah, so we're what, 2-1, the countdown?
Yep.
Up.
And here it goes.
It started. Yep. And sorry, we don't have the pictures up and all that stuff. We're technologically stupid and we don't know anything about copyright. So we'll just explain it to you what we see. So the first thing they're showing is 3/24/2000.
The Undertaker.
This looks like the Last of Us remake.
Okay.
Just from the music, I'm just guessing.
Kenny said he loved that game. Was that Mega Man, Kenny?
Oh no.
Resident
Evil 4 remake. Oh. And they're showing it on using the PS5 graphics. Okay. Yeah.
Not surprised. I mean,
no.
You gotta show off the best graphics you have for it.
Yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kenny said he likes Mega Man.
Yes. Mm-hmm. As from the couple seconds that it's been on, it's looked very good.
Well, that fire scene was nice.
Mm-hmm. For people who knows about Resident Evil, the trailer they were showing Leon walking through the village part of it.
What was Resident Evil 4? What generation was that?
That was the GameCube.
Okay.
The 6th generation. So GameCube, PS2, original Xbox.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an upgrade.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. I have qualms about it. I was telling Jason, it's good that it's getting a remake, but I really don't need it because it was more modern for its time already. But I can understand why, they're doing it. Oh, and they said it's also VR2 compatible. So there you go. So what do you think they're going to show today?
Okay, so when they do, because I don't play a whole lot of these games when they, upgrade them, is it pretty much a complete just copy like what it was, just upgrade the graphics, or do they change things up in the story? Do they change things up in the gameplay at all?
With the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, they changed the story a bit, but they mainly changed the graphics for it. Now they're showing Resident Evil Village on the PlayStation VR 2 now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Resident Evil Village was a great game. I think Resident Evil 7 was scarier because of the setting and that stuff. But this
what's going on, Dave? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Dave? How are you? This one was more action based than compared to 7 for me, but it was an excellent game. Mm-hmm. And I do have the original VR set, and I did play 7 on the VR, and I think I made it through probably I want to say 40 minutes before I gave up on it because it was just too scary.
Now, see, if it's too scary for you, I know this is not the game for me.
Yeah, because that was the first time I played 7 was through that, so I didn't know anything about it. Man, there was a scene that happened, and I was like, I'm done. It's over. I'm playing it regular.
It does look good, Kenny. The graphics look amazing on that.
All right, so what game is this they're showing? I'm guessing Far Cry. That's what it looks like.
So, for you guys that actually have them, like Donald, you said you have the original VR. Is that compatible on the PlayStation 5, or do you?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to get upgraded to the VR2 unless you want to.
Yeah, there was I had for people who have the VR set, you had to get a special port so you can stick it to the PS5, the back of the 5, so the cords could hook up.
Well, they got to get you somewhere.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. So we have another shooter game. Look like zombies. It looks interesting, but I'm not a. It was a Walking Dead game. Okay.
Oh.
Walking Dead game was,
so it says chapter 2. So they've already had something like that then?
Yeah, they must have. Yeah, I don't play any of the Walking Dead games at all. Man, it seems like it's going to be a VR2 showcase right here in the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But will they show the VR2?
Yeah. They showed the controllers.
Okay.
They showed the controllers, but they didn't show the headset yet.
It's a Star Wars.
So that's what everybody's interested in is the headset. The last one was good. Mm-hmm. Okay. No Man's Sky. So that's another. Okay, so they're bringing it up, upgrading it to the PS5. So that was a game that was on the PS4.
Okay.
So again, there's another bump up to the next generation.
If it's a PS4 game, does it really need to be bumped up?
I don't think it does. I don't.
Another VR2?
But I think, yeah. Oh, this is Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah, I think it's called something of the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like the first game they showed off for it. Not the trailer, but the first one they announced. The one thing that stopped me from playing my VR too is the motion sickness. I mean, it really does get to you.
I'm sure
everything be up close and all that stuff. So, like for me, I only play like 15 minutes at a time.
Oh wow!
It starts messing with your head and everything. Yeah, but that's just me. You know, I can't take motion sickness like all that well.
Yeah.
Don't know why I even bought the thing, but
that is a lot of movement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, I still remember as a kid, whenever the first time I went to see like an Omnimax movie, it freaked me out.
Yes.
You know,
this dude look good, but it's not a game for me. Mm-hmm. I like Horizon. It's fun playing it regular.
Okay.
I don't know how I could play it on the VR.
So it looks like it's a lot of you have to do the motion movements to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like what you used to have to do with Wii.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
In the early days.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ben.
So these are the parts of the state of play that I don't like when the developer comes out and talks. You know, it was like talk like after the show is completely over with, like on your own page or something like that. Mm-hmm.
This is what makes it like a like a conference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think with E3 being gone, that's what a lot of gamers didn't care for. Yeah, especially the one year when they were just crunching numbers. I mean, it was like, oh yeah, our profits was this, our expectations was this. It was like nobody cares about the numbers. Just show the games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can do that for people that are interested and like the shareholders and all that, but like just specifically like cut it down or something for gamers. Like here's what you want to see or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you got 10 minutes there of straight stuff from PlayStation, so that wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm. So they're saying that Horizon Forbidden West is getting another update, major update. So it's probably a new level of the new level of the map.
Series interrupting again.
Insomniac. Okay, so this is Spider-Man 2. This is another one that people have been clamoring about. Yeah, this is the first game. I remember every scene.
What do you mean it's the first game?
The first Spider-Man that came out.
Oh, so this is a remake then?
Yeah, they have the remaster that came out with Miles Morales.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's just saying it's coming to PC. Because Sony's trying to get in the PC game now, like the PC arena as well.
We don't own it, but we're going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is Stray. This is the game everybody been waiting to see. You actually are in control of a cat. And I'm not sure the story behind it, but it looks really, really good.
So you said, just going back to the other one real quick, that Spider-Man was the one that came out before Miles Morales? Is that what you said?
Yes, that was the one for PS4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then they remastered it with the Miles Morales. That was the only way you could get it, was the Ultimate Package with Miles Morales.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, see, this is a unique game. You're being a cat taking on an adventure. That's something different than the norm of being like a shooter, a fantasy type game, MMO, RPG, so I could get down with this. Man, this might be in my collection when it comes out.
This ain't for me. Sorry to you gamers out there, but if I have enough time on my hands to play a video game as a cat, I need to reevaluate some things in my
You get the experience as being a cat without being a cat.
I know that's my
Here goes July 19th. Well, it's coming out real early.
But
I was expecting that
game is probably going to be a bestseller.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was expecting that to come out holiday or even get delayed until next year.
Ditto, Kenny.
No. Oh, and then Kenny, I think they did the Spider-Man remaster because they wanted the flow with the SSD of the PS5 to be, ray tracing, to look better, to feel smoother. And then they changed the actor of Spider-Man as well. So they scrubbed the one from the PS4 and made a new one on the PS5.
Did you say the actor?
Yeah, the actor. Yeah, so they changed his whole face. Yeah, they changed. No.
Oh.
Like the face graph they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they changed.
Why?
Who knows?
The focus grouped him like the first white guy.
I'm not going there. Ooh, is this the new Dead Space?
That's the way it happens, Kenny.
This dude looked like the remake of Dead Space.
zombie games are still just the moneymaker, aren't they?
Yeah. This one's more of an alien type one than zombies. Yes, it is. Is it? Yeah, that's it's not Dead Space, but it's something like Dead Space is.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know our friend Alex loves games like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Graphics are different on this.
Mm-hmm. But remember, if you're a true gamer, it's not about the graphics; it's about the gameplay. So a roller skating shooter.
You know, I like roller derby and all. You know what I really wish I could do while I'm doing roller derby? Kill someone.
I mean, it looks cool. It looks like the mechanics are going to be like very very smooth.
Yeah.
I just don't get the concept of it right yet. Yeah, I'll let somebody buy that first and then tell me about it.
What was the movie that Shane McMahon was in that was just a complete failure? It
I
was
don't
Roller
even know.
something. That's exactly what that reminded me of. Is it Rollerball?
Yes. Yes, that just came to. All right, this looks like an anime here. It looks like it has that Persona 5 look to it.
Mm.
Have the Demon Slayer look to it for sure. More Persona though, now that I'm looking at it.
Do you play anime games?
No, I don't.
Uh,
I think the only one I played is with the Game Boy. I have the Yu-Gi-Oh one, like the
okay.
card playing game. And that's the only one I played.
I've never played an anime game.
Mm-hmm. They do have an Attack on Titan one that looks fun.
Surprised you haven't done that.
Yeah. Eternal Nights. Interesting. If if there's a free demo on it, I'll give it a go. Mm-hmm. And you can see this one is coming out both for PS5 and PS4, so it's still going to be, you know,
PS4 is chugging along.
yeah, co-general, yeah.
When they keep doing this, like what they're just doing with the turn nights there,
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of like whenever you're at the movie theater, like for the previews.
Yes.
Like the girl doing it, her voice is like it too.
Mm-hmm. So what do we got from Capcom? Yep.
Street Fighter.
Possibly.
That's what came up on there.
Okay. Street Fighter 6. I know people were complaining and saying, did we really need another Street Fighter?
There's not one yet for PS5 though, right?
No.
So that's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Graphics so far look good on here.
Mm-hmm. I wondered, is this going to be because Street Fighter Five was PlayStation exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah, it was PlayStation exclusive. So I'm wondering, is 6 going to be PlayStation exclusive also, or is it just going to be a timed release
Did
for
Capcom get
Xbox?
bought out?
No.
No.
Well, not that we know of yet.
Okay.
So no. Mm-mm.
Since we're all underground.
I think the last Street Fighter I played was Street Fighter 4 when it first came out for PS3.
Might have had five.
I think that's
There
how
was one
long.
that came out for PS4 that I bought.
Mm-hmm. Like that's how long it's been since I played Street Fighter.
The people remind me of just like the graphics that they're using for it, just like that, like those. What was the like All-Star WWE All-Stars and stuff like that? Like whenever they
Yeah.
kind of soup up the body type, like that's what
Mm-hmm.
this looks like too. Instead of just traditional.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks very good. But for me, fighting games, I lean more towards Tekken and Marvel vs. Capcom. Not the latest Marvel vs. Capcom, but 1, 2, and 3.
Because Street Fighter, that was Sega, right? Back in the day.
No, that was Capcom. It was always Capcom, but it was out for Super Nintendo.
Oh, it was out for Super Nintendo? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I played.
But eventually did come out for Sega also.
Okay, because I was going to say, I didn't have Super Nintendo, but I remember playing Street Fighter. So, yeah, it must have been on my Genesis that I played it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Genesis, and I think I had it for Dreamcast too.
Okay.
But then I really don't know if I played too much until I bought for PS4.
Okay. Now we're going into
3D World.
Yeah. More like adventure type games.
Yeah. This Crash Bandicoot's little brother.
See, it's games like this that I can't get into. It's that RPG type style where you have to power up your character so much, use this magic, use that magic. I mean, I have time, but I don't have time for that.
Yeah, that's not my thing. Okay, cool.
Okay, so it's not. All right, so it's not just exclusive. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Kenny.
Now you're getting some Zen type games. Let's walk around and give you some flash photography.
We just came off of Mental Health Awareness Month, so some people need the video games just to calm down.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I have a game like that on my PS4.
Really?
House Flipper. I love it. You just buy an old house and you just work on it and just sell it.
I can just go back and play original Super Mario Brothers, and it makes me happy enough.
Talk about a game I haven't played in for a long time. Ooh.
I can play that. I can play. There's a Mario game for your phone. I play that all the time.
Fun fact about me: I never beat the original Mario Brothers.
I don't know if I ever beat any video game in my life.
I never did. Ooh, Final Fantasy 16. No, a lot of people have been asking about this, especially since they started the first trailer about a year ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a lot of time left, so is this going to be like the last one, or
I don't know. Who knows? And I'm not sure what's going on with Square Enix too. Those were one of the rumored companies that Sony was trying to approach to buy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the first trailer looked amazing for a Final Fantasy game, and I'm not a big Final Fantasy person, anyways, because of the RPG type style, like that turn-based style attack mode. But this one, man, this looked like damn near God of War-ish, like type of fighting mechanics. You ever get any Final Fantasy games?
It's been a long time.
Okay.
What systems was that? PlayStation 1.
PS1 was for Final Fantasy 7, their biggest one. They mainly was for Nintendo though.
Yeah, I don't remember where I stopped.
Mm-hmm. I only played Final Fantasy 7 and 8.
Okay.
Those were the only ones I played. I really didn't know what I was doing while playing it.
I mean, they were really popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't tell you which games they were.
Mm-hmm. Like this one here, man. It's got that Ninja Gaiden type fighting style to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like a Final Fantasy game.
Oh, I was gonna say, honestly, right now it kind of reminds me more of an Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Again, I know our friend Alex, he's really big into Final Fantasy. I gotta get his opinion on what he thinks of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No release date.
16.
Mm-hmm. Or they even gonna give a little hint? Summer next year. They say, yeah, they say summer next year. I'll give it more like holiday next year.
Yeah.
And that was a state of play.
These days.
Mm-hmm. And then that was a state of play. They said 30 minutes. They right on there with 30 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Just a little shy.
Yeah. Not the one I was expecting, I was expecting them to really show off like the headset for the VR2.
Okay.
I mean, you showed the games where it please show us the headset just to see what it looks like. I don't know if they still want to keep that in the bag or not. Happy that Final Fantasy 16 showed up. A lot of people have been asking about that. I'm very disappointed about the God of War Ragnarok not being shown.
Okay.
They might be holding that off for its own special state of play, because they do that at times.
Mm-hmm.
For when a big hitter is about to come up, they have their own little 40-minute session on it, showing off gameplay and talking about it. So yeah, but overall, I give it an okay. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad. I mean, half hour went by real quick, so
mm-hmm.
I'd rather see them do more of those.
Yes.
So once a quarter, just do a half hour instead of doing longer ones.
A whole showcase, yeah.
Is there a time frame that they're expecting the VR2 to come out?
No.
Nothing yet.
Heard nothing about it yet. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, they're announcing games, but maybe the hardware isn't finished yet. But you would think by now, for production, it would probably have to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. See how stuff goes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, okay, to my sense. It was okay. Yeah. I'll probably watch it again, get more details on it, probably say something more about it on Saturday show, just a little bit, not much, but yeah.
Any game off of there that you're like, I will be buying that day one?
The Stray. Okay. Stray with the cat. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Probably the Resident Evil 4, because I'm a Resident Evil freak, so I definitely will probably be buying that day one for sure. The Village stuff, if it's not the DLC, I'm not gonna do the VR. I mean, I beat the game like 4 times already. Like I don't need to beat it in first person again when I'm already in first person.
Kenny said he wants to play Walking Dead and Street Fighter 6.
Okay. The Walking Dead do look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that do look good, especially being in VR too. Man, that's gonna be some scary moments.
For me, probably the only game that would really interest me, and I can't say that I'll definitely play it, but would be Street Fighter 6.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, gotta get that game night going on when that comes out. Not over the internet. Everybody in the same room.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Put your quarters up.
Gonna have to go to someone that has the PS5 for that.
Yeah, you do. Well,
which is pretty much everybody in my friend group but me. So.
Well, I think that's the show, guys. Hey, thank you for joining us on our first watch along with the video game stuff.
Yeah.
The state of play. We'll probably do some in the future. I know Xbox have a showcase coming up on June 12th, so maybe I'll pop on and do that. That's the other side. I don't know much about the other side, but I still give them their due.
I'll listen to you rip into Xbox the whole time.
They might get some games that I want to play. Have me try to come over. Yeah, thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, try to get me to come over to the dark side by buying a system. Got to find it first.
I've thought about it, but I'm just so used to PlayStation that it's just like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm. It's like once you're used to one controller, like that is.
Unless for any reason that there would be like we've talked about on the show, that there would be some sort of breakdown that Xbox gets these games, PlayStation gets these games, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Xbox would really have to have games that I want in order for me to be like, okay, I guess I'm an Xbox guy now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So you want to sign us off with all of our call tags and everything?
Sure. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember that the Dumb Marks podcast is live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Head over to our Twitch channel, and if you're watching now, thank you for joining us. But head over to twitch.tv/dumbmarkspod. Follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff, including our YouTube channel. All our social media is at dumbmarkspod, and you can find all the links and more for everything at dumbmarkspod.com.
All right. Until then, guys, what the Steve says, I'm a Mark, you're a Mark, tell a Mark. Until then, catch us around the way.